why not go live right before the 9 o'clocks? There we go. It's party time. They're waiting for us. Ah! Why is that happening? Nope, there we go.
It was just taking a wee minute.
YouTube taking a hottie biscotti minute. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to
tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Yeah, nice segue. Nice segue.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live stream for RWBY Volume 8, Episode 8.
Episode? What kind of cretin are you? They're
Chapter
chapters.
8.
Jesus.
Right.
Yes, welcome. Howdy. Hiatus was a weird hiatus, wasn't it?
Well, I feel like I blinked and it was over, actually.
Yeah.
It went by really quick.
If you're not aware, the UK's back in, lockdown. We've been in lockdown since the start of the year, so yeah, the last month and, a week has just been... time has no meaning whatsoever, so suddenly it was like, oh, Ruby's back. It wasn't as bad.
For us, it wasn't even that. It was we had Christmas Day and then we went straight into lockdown immediately.
Yeah.
So...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're back, and we have, after this episode, we have 6 episodes left of Volume 8, and but this one's anything to go by. We're
in for it.
Yeah.
We're truly in for it.
But if this is your first time joining our live streams, which it may be for some of you, although I do recognise quite a lot of people, we just basically go through the episode. We have... screen grabs of little scenes in the episodes, and we talk about them, and it's usually very, very smoothly put together.
Yeah.
That's
helps
a lie.
us actually try and stick to what we're talking about without being yeah, so this happened at the start and then this happened at the end. Now how do we segue back to the start? So yeah.
Yeah.
As PJ says, smoothly.
Yes.
As smooth as we can make it, so.
Yes, and we also now have moderators in that chat, so if any of y'all try and pull some shit, we now have moderators to kind of control it a bit more, because
we do.
Usually we get pretty relayed if somebody's being a pain.
Yes.
So now we have police in there. We're going to police the chat.
We've got some policemen.
Yeah.
Nah.
There they are.
But there they are.
So yeah, this should be a lot of fun. We have a lot to get through, but obviously, if you have something that you particularly want us to talk about, then super chats are on as always, because the chat is moving fairly quickly as usual.
Yep. Also, Jessie, you're always welcome to curse us both out.
That's
always.
true. You're allowed.
If anyone's allowed,
yeah,
it's you.
Literally 1984. Should we just jump in then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
I'm gonna put on my spectacles.
Your glicks.
So that I can really absorb the drama and the horror of this episode. These mods do seem a little sus, actually.
They are a little sus because we do play Among Us together, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, obviously, if you've not seen Chapter 8, I don't know why you're here.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Please leave.
If you haven't seen Chapter 8, it's time to vamush.
Yep.
Exit.
Make a swift exit. Do you want some ASMR before we begin?
I can't do that with mine, because it'll just go everywhere.
I was going to say, do not repeat it with that one. Unless you want to have another, there's tea all over the hard drive instant on a live stream.
Not as bad as you spilling water all over the whole desk, literally immediately before we started playing D&D the other night.
Yeah, yeah. Let's not bring that one up. It wasn't live, it was fine.
It's true, it wasn't
You were live when you did it.
Oh well.
Exposed. So, we start off in a familiar setting of the prison.
Yep.
On Atlas with Crow, who somehow managed to pass out.
Yeah. Anyone who's seen our reaction on Patreon already will have known that just while we were going through the intro, Kelly was like, who do you think we're going to see this episode? Because we know we're going to see these people, but who else? And I was like, I don't know, maybe Crow and Robin. And it opened on Crow, and I was like, big brained that shit.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we hadn't seen them for a few episodes, so it made sense that we'd get a little time with them.
Yeah.
Although probably not a good time. I'm surprised that he managed to sleep. Like, what was he doing? Okay. I mean,
I guess he was trying to rest as much. Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do in prison? It's not like they give you board games.
oh yeah, getting a little short rest in so he can get some spell slots. Yeah.
Get them spell slots back, man.
Yeah.
Get some hit points back.
Yeah.
We need to stop making this a bit DD.
But yeah, I mean, he's probably the only person that's actually getting sleep in this whole show at the moment, since everybody else has been up for like 72 hours. Yeah. Yeah, nobody else has slept, so Crow's just like taking full advantage of the fact that he can.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I guess I'll be in control of this, shall I?
Yes.
Cool. So then we had
This moment
where the prison gets exploded into, and I'm sure that basically everybody here for a brief second were like, wait, what the fuck, Raven?
Yeah, well, going from the chat, everyone did think. And everyone still does think.
No, it definitely wasn't, but we only know this because of the captions. We had the captions on for this, and it said Crow cause
or something, yeah.
Crow cause, and we're like, oh, okay, it's not Raven.
It's Crow.
I just love that obviously Robin didn't know about this, and she's just been like, where the fuck did this bird come from?
Yeah, Robin was just looking at it like, what? Where did this fucking bird come from?
The best part about it is he was also calling at her like aggressively, so she's just like, oh my god, it's an omen for my death, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, it's Crow. He didn't really think of it that way.
No, not something that he disclosed to Robin prior to this scenario.
Unless she turned into a wee Robin and flew away.
God, imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's just like, oh, you
so
can,
funny.
yeah, I can do that too. That's just a thing I can do.
Hey, watch me.
Yeah, do you think I'm called Robin for like the Robin
No
Hill
reason.
memes? No. I'm actually just a bird.
God.
Alright. And then yeah, we get her looking
Robin
like
being like sus.
yeah, maybe thinking that she's woke up from a dream and actually did fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is her waking reality.
Honey. Cinder tried to make KFC when she blasted in Kentucky Fried Crow.
I guess he turned into a bird form because it's easier for him to maneuver about.
Yeah.
But yeah, after this the ceiling caves in because
You know.
damage.
Why not?
Well, the cells didn't actually get damaged, that's the thing.
No.
Except for Watts' one, because that was right at the door.
Crow and Watts, theirs completely fell down.
Yeah.
And then the front of Robin and Jacques opened.
Yep.
Oh, we know what the explosion was, but we'll get to that. Because we don't find out right now.
No, we don't find out until the end of this, so do we?
Nope. So we'll keep going.
Oh yeah, and then they kind of trick shot with this one because it's dark for a second. You're like, oh, it must be someone
There's just a
waking up
heartbeat.
from the debris, but
Yeah.
actually it's Nora.
But actually it's Nora, which was a really nice way to sort of segue it back over.
Robin just keeps getting bludgeoned.
I know.
Not incorrect.
Bless her.
She's passed it quite a lot in this show for how little she's been in it.
And I'm sad. She deserves better.
Yeah, that is pretty well that this was episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
And also a very good episode 100. It was a very high quality episode for it to be the 100th episode.
Definitely.
Did you say it's been 5 years since Volume 3, Chapter 11?
Yeah, so it came up in my memories on Facebook where I said, like, God, this episode of RWBY was so stressful, but I'm, like, living for it.
Mm.
And then I was like, I wonder what one came out this day 5 years ago, and it was Heroes and Monsters, which was when Yang lost her arm. So
I love how you were living for it. What a bitch.
well, this was the first time that we had seen like RWBY go absolutely like
That's
balls
true.
to the walls.
Yeah, to be fair,
so,
Heroes and Monsters is still one of my favourite episodes. So
Yeah.
I understand.
like I loved the angst and I loved the way that they did it. It was just so unexpected because, you know, up until that point it was just kinda like a
Have you ever listened to the score for Heroes and Monsters?
I will have
It's
years
so
ago.
good. It mixes so many character motifs in. Oh,
Really? I'll need to give it a proper listen again because
Yeah.
it's one of those I would have listened to it years and years and years ago. But
yes, back to half-conscious Nora, who
yes,
is being treated by Klein.
yes.
Wait,
And
have I
then-
skipped it? Or have I
Nope.
just not put it in?
You just didn't put it in.
Okay. We have a lot of screen grabs, so I had to
We
kind of
do.
cut them down a little bit.
Um,
Then we have Weiss, Whitley, and Ruby bodying
Harry,
Penny in
yeah.
between them. Because I'm getting guess she's heavy because of her components and stuff.
I think she would be quite heavy, yeah.
Because part of me was just like, didn't Blake just manhandle Nora? Maybe she... But then, yeah, Penny's probably heavier than Nora.
Yeah.
So it made sense that they had to get 3 of them. And she was leaking robo-goop. That's the technical term of the green stuff.
Yeah, robo-goop is... is the scientific term.
Yeah. So we're just going to call it goop.
You'd think it would be easy to pick up a penny.
Hey.
Dan, love you.
Terrible.
Yeah, but I was the one that was in charge of getting the screenshots, and I just had to grab this one. It was too funny, the fact that he was like T-posing with like goop all over him, and he looks like such a disgruntled little cat.
You know, actually, it almost looks like there's been like a glow stick explosion at a rave. That's kind
Yeah.
of what it looks like a little bit.
Yes,
Someone's
the
glow sticks
opening is
exploded.
ruined forever.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
All thanks to you, babes. If I had $1 for every time I typed the word goop into a note this season, I could take it for a steak.
Goop is a great word. It's a catch-all for any kind of fluid, so like, it's great.
Yeah.
It's very versatile as words go.
You know, Far Cry, you're saying, like, imagine someone with a PhD referring to something as goop, but Shark Boy, working towards his PhD, would definitely scientifically use the word goop.
Yeah.
If he got away with it.
Yeah. And he uses really bizarre terms.
Yeah.
He puts, like, edges at the end of things, so, like, climbage.
Claiming.
Things like that. So, yeah, I think you don't need to have a PhD to say weird words.
Yeah. Oh, do love it.
And then we have Klein doing a little scan, and Penny's ruptured something inside, which is causing a lot of goop to come out. So she's not dying technically, but she's not great either. So yeah.
Yeah.
Klein's gonna do an on the job repair.
Yeah.
Do a
And he
little-
said that
do a
he
little
would be
stitching.
able to do a little stitch. So
That's it. A PhD just gives you more confidence in saying the weird words.
it's true.
Honestly.
We should probably ask Shark Boy about that. If goop would be the scientific term for this. I'm sure he'd agree.
100% not. Especially because we also said the same thing about the Grim later in this episode, and it's goop, so...
It's true. There's lots of goopage in this.
Goopage. There you go, there's the edge. Goopage.
Dobby.
That's the
Gotta
plural
love
of
Shark
goop.
Boy.
Multiple
Goopage.
goops. You're a goopy gooper.
Anyway, the power went out.
Oh yeah, the power went out. Back to the episode.
Don't. No.
Yeah. Power goes out. There's bombs going off throughout all of this. So it sounds like Ironwood's just bombing the shit out of Atlas now to try and eliminate the ground force of Grimm. He's obviously evacuated the civilians to the subway, so I guess they're safe, and I'm assuming the subway is pretty secure in terms of like bombs, that it's not going to collapse, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
But certainly he's not bombing it with people everywhere. I mean, there will be people that probably never managed to evacuate, but...
Well, there always will be, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
and
he's not really caring about that at the moment. He's
No.
just...
And the Grimm are like in the city, they're everywhere, so you can't tactically like cleanly get rid of them now. You're just gonna have to bomb the shit out of it. It's-
No, they're fireworks. We're celebrating.
It's almost like a zombie apocalypse kind of situation where they just have to
Oh,
once the Grimm, if you consider them like an infection,
it
are
kind of-
widespread,
Yeah.
they have to just blow up the shit out of it. Otherwise, they just can't get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense when you refer to it like a sort of zombie invasion. Like, they are kind of mindless. All they want to do is cause chaos.
Yeah.
Drawn in by negativity. So it's not wrong.
I love how everybody's really on the goop term now. I'm happy to see it. Because it's fun to see. So I appreciate that everybody's now picking up on it.
Everyone say goop and goobage.
It's the goop gang. Kelly went back to show talk so quick my dumbass thought she was talking about real life for a second.
Bombs?
Yeah, you should just be prepared for me to pivot between nonsense and like analysis really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking the goop gang.
No, it can't be called robot oil. It has to be called goop.
Yeah, like, which one is funner to say?
Robot oil or goop? And
Goop?
goopage. Goop and goopage.
You can really get your tongue around goop.
Yeah.
That's a bad sentence. That's a really bad choice of words. Oh, fuck. And it begins. Yeah, we jumped to May.
Yep.
Who
Because May did a little call to be like, are you guys alright? Like, lots of bombs going off again, so...
Well, she's flying back down to the crater.
Yeah, she
and is
is.
a lot more apologetic, which is kind of nice to see than how she was in the manor when they were arguing over what to do. She's like, look, none of these decisions are easy. Don't be hard on yourself for your decision. Thanks, Fanny. What are you losing your mind for here?
Blake, she's gooping?
You're cancelled, Jack. Who said it? Who said that?
Tainted Roses.
Tainted Roses is cancelled. Because I thought of a worse joke and I'm not saying it. Based on that. So they encouraged bad behaviour.
Uh-oh.
Green oil of
Say
fairy goop. I like that the super chat's also green. That makes me happy.
That is really good.
Yeah.
I've never done a super chat myself. Do you choose the colour?
Dan.
Or does it just give you one?
Blake Bella Goopa. Ugh. Right. So May's gonna go land in the crater and try and do what she can, but admits that basically the situation is so out of hand here that, like, there's probably no chance to really save people. And this is obviously actually it's a very cool sequence. There's just chaos in the sky. It's like a space fight in terms of the level of destruction.
Well, I love this in the back. Can you enhance that image?
I can. Should be able to, yeah.
Just for the background.
Oh no, because we were layered above, remember?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a Seer.
Anyway.
It's a Seer Grim that's ripping down an airship, which we know those airships are pretty sturdy. So that's a big Seer Grim
Yeah.
that's just tearing it apart. So
It's huge. So
yeah.
also PJ was saying that depending on the amount of money that you put determines the colour.
Okay, but I still appreciate that it was green.
Same.
Should add a goop tier to Patreon. That's called OnlyFans, mate.
Ellie. Oh, good lord. Anyway.
Then we jump back to the Schnee Manor, and
We have crying Ruby
we do.
for the first time
I
in
love-
this episode.
Yeah. I do love that the moderators are probably going to want to moderate me at this point,
Yeah.
but they can't.
I love how we were like, hey guys, could you be our mods? They were like, yeah, of course, thinking this is gonna be easy, and then you're just fucking going crazy.
But this was a sweet little scene, because it's nice to see that Ruby is really, really struggling at this point. And we love Comfort Weiss, our emotional support squirrel.
MC saying the police aren't needed for us, it's Senny and Kelly.
It's true. It's true. Oh, are you my moderator?
Does that mean that you're my moderator?
I can be your moderator and you can be my moderator.
What? We're terrible moderators of each other.
We actually are. We encourage, we don't control.
Yeah.
And then Willow is at the back with a heavy bottle of vodka. Seems to be her
Heaviest
standard
bottle.
drink.
Yeah.
She definitely is
Well,
divine.
actually, I don't know if I got a screenshot of this, but later on in the episode, she's in a specific room, and I counted the amount of vodka bottles that were in that scene, and there were 12 in one room. So,
God, I just, in my head, was just playing a scene in my head, but it's, you know the scene at the end of Volume 6 where Blake's like, she's not protecting me.
I'm protecting her.
No, we're
We're protecting each other.
I'm just in
Yeah.
my head now hearing it as, she's not moderating me, and I'm not
And
moderating
I'm
her.
not moderating her.
Yeah, we're moderating
Each
other.
other.
Oh man, I hate us. Oh wait, someone just did it in the chat at the same time. That's psychic.
Twin.
That's kind of freaky.
One apt name.
Wow, this is really a hive mind, this stuff. Alright. Then we have Whitley, who I think is the MVP of this episode.
Oh yeah, if we're assigning MVPs per episode, Whitley is the MVP of this one.
Yeah. So he has like a look at Willow that you can tell that he's really not on good terms with Mama Schnee, because, well, since obviously Jack got arrested, she's just went and drank and not bothered, and he's kind of been left to it. So he's not on great terms with her right now, and it's just like, oh my god, can you just not for a second?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when she first appeared at the door, he was like, oh, I really don't have the energy for you right now. Like, please. That was me.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for moderating for me.
Moderating each other.
And then we have actually one of my favourite scenes of the episode, and probably one of my favourite scenes of the volume so far, which is that Ruby and Blake go to get the external generator up so that they have power again, which leads to a really, really nice scene before all chaos is let loose.
Yeah, but this was like so needed. I mean, I totally read that wrong. Anyway, figure out what comment that was. Yeah, this was something, I mean, I mentioned it in the reaction. I wanted this between Ruby and Blake for such a long time.
Yeah.
And to have it, like, tears, man. Actual tears.
Oh, that's wholesome, Jessie.
Love you, Jessie.
Now that we have power, we can call you. Yeah, the ladybug shippers were certainly getting fed in this scene. Obviously, you'll know that we view it pretty platonically, but
yeah,
it was still very, very wholesome. And also just the fact that Blake like acknowledged how much Ruby was doubting herself and was just like, yeah, I'm gonna beef you up here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what just happened?
Someone said something wasn't nice.
Wow. Did you just cancel someone in the chat?
I just removed the comment.
Yeah, this was pure. And I like that we already knew that Blake sort of thought this about Ruby, and that she has looked up to her for all the time that she's known her.
Yeah.
Obviously, initially she judged her pretty quickly and was like,
you're just a child. Like,
yeah.
How are you supposed to be a good leader? But then
has consistently shown that she is a good leader and actually much more mature for her age than she is, and has often driven the rest of them forwards. Like, obviously, particularly in the apathy episode, she was the only one that kept pushing.
Do you know what I thought was so sad as well, though, was when Blake was saying, like, how life and a whole bunch of other things, like, basically got in the way of her being like Ruby.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so fucking sad. Like she could have been like Ruby had she not went through everything that she went through.
Yeah.
You know, that's made her the way that she is now. But the fact that she can, like, look at Ruby and be like, look at everything that you've gone through, and you're, like, so powerful and positive, and you're just so good.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to be that, you know? You're allowed to be good. You're allowed to have that.
Yeah, she's obviously a big inspiration for her, and I do agree that in terms of empathy, Blake is very good at reading the sort of lower tier of characters' emotions. Like, she did it to Nora, obviously, earlier in this volume, and giving her actually really good advice, because she understood what she was feeling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was very, very wholesome to see this.
Yeah. I really love that, like, with everything that Blake's had to go through in her life, and that's, like, hardened her, the fact that she can still be soft and still, you know, be there for Ruby, even though no one asked her to, you know? She just went out of her way herself and probably wanted to tell her for a long, long time how much,
yeah,
you know, Ruby meant to her and her positivity and what that did for the group. You know, she held it back because she knew that there would be a time where Ruby might need it, and saved it for there.
Yeah, I think Dan has it pretty good that she balances Weiss out and comforts Yang and inspires. Like, Blake, that kind of summarises it pretty well.
Yeah.
But this was a sorely needed scene, so I'm glad that we got it.
Me too.
Because they actually do have a lot in common too.
Blake's ear animation in this episode is perfect.
If you just watch Blake's ears, which I kind of did a little bit on the rewatch
when we were
did.
rewatching it, yeah.
Like the animation is crazy. How much movement and effort they put into Blake's ears. I mean, obviously every volume they improve that anyway, but there's so much attention to detail that is missed.
Oh yeah.
It's very, I
Definitely.
appreciate it.
The mouth animations were so good. Really, really good this episode. That's something that I meant to bring up actually, but
yeah.
Yes. 100% agree.
I have a big screen grab here because there's some shots that I was just like, actually, I want the
You're
big...
gonna have to move the webcam then.
No, it should be okay.
I don't think it will be.
Oh,
Because
no.
the webcam's at the top.
Okay, let me
Move
shift
that
this.
down.
Let me shift us. And I can open that. I've titled them very appropriately too.
Well,
One of them's called Slippery Whites, which is all you need to know. So someone was saying, did it make her tear up? And it did.
It did.
She did do a big tear up.
She deserved to be soft.
Yeah. So that is hella soft.
Yeah.
So I had to enhance that image just for the tear quality.
Just so that we can really appreciate the tears.
Yeah, we gotta appreciate those tears. And then we jump back to the Schnee Sibbles.
Which I was on a really quick Discord call with some friends, and someone pointed out, I can't remember who it was, about how extra the Schnees are, that like the candles aren't actually candles that are lit, they are electric candles that look like flickering candles.
Yeah, they're that extra.
So extra.
They're that hipster. That hipster coffee shop / library where they don't really want to have burning candles everywhere, so it's all LEDs.
I swear if this was like a modern day AU, it would just be like, Alexa, turn on the candle lights.
Yeah.
And then they would just go...
Yeah, so that the Schnees are very, very fire safety compliant is what we've learned from this episode. But Whitley does a little hack on Jacques' laptop.
Looks like he has the login credentials for it, so...
Yeah, but he gets in there and he's planning to basically launch a bunch of currently unoccupied airships and drones to pilot them down to the crater and evacuate people.
Get people out, because Jacques was unable to do so because of the embargo.
Yeah, and it is very nice that the Schnees, without Jacques in charge, are now actually using their wealth and their power and access to things like that for good in this situation. Yeah, I think Whitley is definitely no longer little Shitley. I think he's definitely above that now, which is nice because he's young and he deserves to grow as a person.
Dan said that Jacques' password is goop.
His password is goop.
Yeah, his computer password is goop.
What was it? I said in the reaction.
No, Jack!
Not the clip-on tie meme again.
What did you say in the reaction?
And the reaction, remember I was saying, imagine if he went on the laptop and it was just like lots of weird messages from Watts.
From Watts.
That kind of like seemed like innuendos but weren't, because Watts just talks weird.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh no, just put that to the side.
Jacques, remember, you can have your cake
And
eat it. Whitley's just like, anyway.
Minimize that tab.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love how it didn't ding that message. Even though it literally says porn.
Oh, I haven't blocked that as a word.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably something I should do. But apparently I glossed over that.
Yeah.
And then we have the spooked cat ears.
Oh, this was actually like so crazy when we were watching it. And she like put her hands on her hips like, yeah, good job. And then it was just the ears falling and then like her face falling and everything. Just fuck.
Well, I'm gonna guess that she probably heard it before she saw it. Obviously the bombs going off and that caused like her to go to see it, but I'm gonna guess she heard it before she even saw it, and then it was just like, what the fuck is that thing? And then we get the beautiful cut shot to
this. Which was so brilliant. Obviously, this was kind of...
I wish it wasn't, actually.
I wish it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they showed it, in a GIF format. I mean, it was cool, but like I think it could have waited until the episode came out rather than.
I feel like it wasn't
Before the episode
necessary
coming.
to promote the episode. I think everyone else was pretty invested in what was going to happen next anyway, that they didn't really need to, because this would have been such a freaky moment. Like, because we kind of knew the Hound was going to come to the manor, because that's where he was going, but
Yeah.
I wish we hadn't had this specific shot so we wouldn't have known how fucked
Yeah.
it was going to get.
Definitely.
Because it's such a nice shot. So
It's
it was,
such a beautiful
sucks
shot.
to have
It
had
could
it
have
kind of
waited
ruined
until
that way.
today
Yeah.
to have been released.
Yeah.
On, you know, their official RWBYs, but
Yeah. But I also do like the hard cut from this scene instead of continuing it, which just built the
Yeah.
anxiety, obviously.
same.
She was just like, what? Why you look so spooked?
Well, yeah, because it hard cut
Yeah.
and you heard the glass shatter, and Clem was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
True. There was lots of spoilers in this episode, so I guess it would have been a bit of a hard one to pick something that wasn't
It's
gonna
true.
spoil. And then we cut back to the hacking,
The hackening.
as Blake radios in like, "It's fucked out here. Can you
got
come?"
fucking Grim, guys? Look out! Look
out! Yeah.
Big stress boy.
I love how Weiss doesn't actually react that spooked, because she probably doesn't realise the threat that this Grim is going to pose. She's probably just like, oh, it's just some Grim.
It's just some Grim.
Because there's
yeah.
Grim invading the city, so it's not that weird that some Grim has shown up. She doesn't realise like the seriousness of which Grim has shown up.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, it's fine, I'm going to handle this. Can you just keep hacking?
Yeah. This is why nice Mean Girls reference there.
And then, of course, we cut to the
RWBY
Hound
getting ragdolled out of
Yeah.
the room.
absolutely tossed out of the generator room onto the ground because the Hound is going after the goop scent,
Yes.
and
Following
three of
the
the
goop
characters
trail.
are covered in goop.
Yes. Apart from Blake. Blake is.
I said 3.
No, I know. That's what I mean, though. Like, it never actually went after Blake. It was just deflecting her
Oh yeah,
away.
It wasn't
She
interested.
had no scent of the goop.
No goop scent.
No goopage.
No goop. Hound not interested.
No.
He want goop scent.
You want goop.
So he initially is like, oh, this is my goop target. Imagine you came into the stream now.
We're just like, goop, goop, goop.
goop.
But you know what scares me is that I just know that Eddie's here. I can feel it in my bones, and he's probably like, God, they're so hung up on the goop.
It's a fun word to say.
It's a great word.
And it just says literally everything that you need to say.
Yeah.
So Blake goes in hard on the Hound because she doesn't perceive it to be as significant a threat.
No.
Solidarity with Yang and getting tossed about with by the Hound group.
Yeah, they can high five over it later. Like, oh, I got ragdolled by this Grim. Yang's like, oh, like a dog, and she's like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, high five.
Yeah. So that was intriguing and intense.
Yes.
Oh, whoops! How have I done
Picked the
that?
wrong one.
Whoopsie doopsies. And then they reconvene, obviously.
Yeah, and Ruby's like, oh my god, what is that? And Blake's like, it's just a Grim.
It's just a big old Grim.
Yeah.
Yeah, which naively, obviously, it is not. And I guess Ruby can sense that there's something weird about it just in the way that it...
Acts. And
Well, the fact that it appeared at the window, I guess, in itself was kind of weird. That it, like, it sought them out. That is weird behaviour for a Grim. Grim just kind of attack randomly. They don't do things like that.
Oh,
Like,
no.
It was very, very targeted, so... I guess that in itself was notable to Ruby.
Yeah. Also, the way that it, like, deflects. Like, I know Grim are at least smart enough to, like, know to fight back. But it wasn't even fighting back. It was like, I don't fucking care about you. Like, go away. Like an annoying fly. Just go away.
I'm going to revert back to the earlier scenes I totally forgot to mention, but the Blake Ruby talking scene, there's a really, really nice version of kind of From Shadows, but it's
yeah.
like not quite. I need to go back and listen to it again, but
Yeah.
there's a very, very nice piece of music under that scene that sounds a little bit like From Shadows, which I was appreciating. Having a little throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Ruby gets fucked again.
Yeah, this was her, like, aura break at this point. This wasn't the, Aura's going low. This was...
Are you sure this was the break? I think this was just
Oh,
the
no!
damage. It's
Yes.
another hit after this that breaks it.
You're absolutely correct. This is the Aura's running low
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. It takes a hit.
Yeah, I didn't grab her break in the
Aw.
screenshots.
Sad. Yeah, it does break eventually when she goes
Yeah.
unconscious, but this is just a very heavy hit.
I just got mixed up. Sorry, guys.
It's cool. To be fair, it's what happens just before it usually goes whoop, but as a
Yeah.
screen grab you can't tell that.
No.
And then we have the Grim just
love
is
this.
like, ooh, this is the goopy one. I'm flying away
Yeah.
now.
So the reason why I grabbed this one, what I thought was really cool, is the fact that Blake at some point has wrapped the ribbon around the shield part of Gamble.
The sheath.
The sheath.
Yep.
She'd wrapped it around the handle at some point, so I thought that was really cool that she like threw it, latched it on, and then stabbed it into the ground so
Yeah.
that she didn't have to use all of her strength
An
to
anchor.
hold it. Yeah, she
Yeah.
had an anchor to hold it down as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Well,
what
she
I
was the
want.
only person here at this moment, so it was completely on her to try and do something. So
Yeah.
I think her
and
tactics,
protect her leader.
yeah, her tactics here were pretty on point.
Yeah. Her reflexes are always very good in a fight.
Yeah, I also wondered if we would get the highly anticipated Blake screen, but we did not.
Same. Which
So we're still
gives me
waiting on
more
that
fear.
one.
Yeah, when I was watching this, I was like, oh, maybe this is where the scream is going to be, and, you know, then where will we be? But, yeah. I know she's part cat, that was the joke.
Wait, what? I missed your joke.
I said that she's got excellent reflexes.
Meow.
Meow.
And then we have this terrifying scene where Penny activates in hack mode
Yeah.
while she was supposed to be napping.
Yeah.
Get.
Jessie. I'm watching you.
That emoji's such a tease. And Willow freaks and leaves just
Yeah.
as Penny activates, which probably worked out in her favour because she would have also got tossed around a little bit here.
Oh, yeah. Penny activates.
like a hack to you. Yeah, her.
And then she goes all Winter Maiden on them.
Yeah, because she's not in control, so it's like in and out of control and being hacked and control and being hacked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her eyes flickering, like, what a fantastic job and what a great idea also, but like...
I am glad that she wasn't murderous, that is true. I was a bit worried she was just going to start killing people.
Same, but that's
she just
not her
knocked people out
intention.
of the way that were in her way.
Yeah, but we'll get to her intention when we get there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the hound's just like, that's my baby now. And we get a nice moonshot of the hound
I
about
had
to
to
fly
grab
away.
this. This was a very good. I liked it with the wings against the moon, showing the like transparency through it and stuff.
Beautiful butterfly mode.
Very, very gorgeous.
And then we had this dick show up.
Yeah.
Just when, like, so Ruby obviously has the aura break.
Yes.
As the hound is like, actually, this is not my goopy goober. The
Yeah.
goopy goober I want is in the mansion.
And Blake was like, Weiss, I've got this, you can leave, like,
Yeah.
don't even worry about it, I'll look after Ruby, because they'd, you know, defeated all the Grim, and then she went to run over, and this acid fucker came out of the ground and was like...
This acid fucker. The technical term for this
Yeah.
grim. Yeah. Yeah.
The goop spitter.
Yeah, it's a different kind of goop we're dealing with here.
Yes.
It's more dangerous.
What did she say? Because I loved what she said. It wasn't at this part, but a
How
little
could
bit.
it get more disgusting? Something
That's
like that.
it, yeah.
She just was not happy about having to deal with this
She
thing.
was having a fucking bad time.
Yeah. So he pops out the ground just as Blake is about to assumably go and assist and now aura broken Ruby. And then this guy's like, no you don't.
Yeah. Why did it get more disgusting? How did it get more disgusting? I think it was.
Do you know what's weird about it though? You wonder, because it was kind of intelligent in how it fought too.
But that's
Is there
what
possibly
I
a
thought.
person in there too?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Because I thought it did fight intelligently also. It was... Oh.
Damn it! I missed the moment it hit 69 likes. God damn it.
It was 68 and then it was 72.
Yeah, I was just watching it and been like, we can't alert
Um,
them to it because they'll fuck it like they always do.
Because they'll jump on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the same because it was really intelligent with the way
they did kill it
that
with
it was
no
fighting.
remains. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they took it down, it was it just shattered. It just, I think because of its shape and stuff too. I was just like, oh no, I'm not another person, Grim.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all can see 69 likes, because over here it was 76 and then it dropped to 68 and now it's 79.
I like how they were doing it without us telling.
Yeah. They looked and they were like, ooh, I know this.
And then we had this horrifying scene of Penny switching in and out of control with her eyes just going insane.
Oh, bless
she was
her.
totally losing it here. And I think probably would have lost it if Nora wasn't there.
Yeah, I think if it was just Klein in that room, it would have been a whole different story in terms of the way that things ended up working out. Yeah. It was really, like, terrifying to watch, actually.
And then we had this very soft moment of redhead solidarity for once in RWBY, where the redheads
stick together.
Yeah, they don't die.
They look out for each other.
Yeah.
I still can't believe in one volume we lost 2 redheads.
Yeah, we got one back though.
Yeah.
But this was a very wholesome scene, because even in Nora's unconsciousness, she can still hear Penny and know what's kind of going on.
Yeah.
And then obviously she reiterates something that Blake told her a couple of episodes ago about not losing all of yourself to another person's influence, essentially. Oh no. Did we just have Jesus in the channel?
Yeah, we just had Jesus in the chat. Everyone say hi to Jesus.
Are you sure it wasn't just a disciple?
No, it was probably just a disciple.
Wow.
Anyway.
So this was wholesome as fuck. And I like that she took...
Oh no, everyone is saying hi, Jesus. Is it me, Jesus?
Totally blanked and missed it. Yeah. Well, you got rid of it so quickly.
I saw it come up and it was like, nah, repent. And I was like, oh, time to go.
Yeah, we have this very wholesome... I think Penny obviously still feeling really guilty for what happened to Nora, because it wasn't technically her fault that Nora absorbed all the electricity, but she obviously got a bit too fighty with the Aesops, which caused Nora to have to bust the door open.
Yeah.
So she's still feeling guilty about that. So I'm kind of enjoying their connection a lot this volume.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, redhead solidarity continues.
Sorry, May. We still need mods. It's just I actually have my Mac here for today, at least. So
yeah, we need backup in case there's...
We do need backup in case it's more.
Yeah. It's just quite tame, usually. Mods are on scooters and Sammy has a whole police car. Yeah, this
Fastest draw.
This was just soft, and I'm here for it.
I love this.
I'm gonna guess that Nora's basically gonna be out of it for the rest of this volume, though. I can't see her getting any better
very quickly. Yeah,
like she is out of it in terms of physical fighting and stuff. Which, to be fair, she did get very, very injured, so it's not that weird that she is.
Yeah, I won't be mad if Nora can't actually fight for the rest of this volume, because what she did do is, like, too amazing. So
yeah, she just needs to rest up. But I feel bad for her a little bit, and I guess I feel bad kind of for Nora fans, because she is going to probably spend the rest of the volume in a bed. But if you're totally reliant on one character for like a whole show, then
yeah,
like we all have our comfort characters, but
yeah,
you gotta have other characters that you like a lot too.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we have ya boy breaking the Schnee Manor windows,
going searching for the goop.
Yeah.
Will Goop ever not be funny?
No. And especially in this episode where Goop was such a strong plot device.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a very Goop heavy episode in this volume. So the Hound is sniffing now, having obviously realised that RWBY was not target, is now searching in the mansion. And this is where the kind of horror aspect, I guess, of this episode cranks up a little bit.
Really cranks up. as I said to you earlier, like...
Oh, Jesus, it's back.
No!
Did you only time them out?
No, this is someone else.
Block them, man.
I can't block them on here. You know I can't.
Per show.
Is it me, Jesus?
Yeah, they can go
Sorry,
in and block.
Ray.
They can go in and block. Let the police do their jobs.
Yeah.
These police we can trust.
To our mods, if you can block them, please do that, because I can't over here. So, if you can, that would be great.
Maybe he hears us blaspheming all this goop talk and he's like...
Yeah, he heard us talking about goop and you mentioned OnlyFans and they were like, we need to slap down on that hard.
Yeah, let's get them demonetized and off the platform. And Weiss is like...
Oh, this is when Willow was like... Meh.
This was a great scene, actually, because they killed the audio in this scene, so that it was just the sound of her walking on the broken glass. Obviously, we knew there was going to be some kind of jump, but thankfully, Willow, using the cameras that we found out about last volume, had been monitoring where the Hound was, and not just getting drunk, which was very helpful. So she could at least give Weiss a warning that she didn't get completely smooshed here. She still got fucked.
Yeah.
But it would have been worse if she hadn't had a warning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was intense.
And then we have...
Oh yeah, Slippery Weiss!
Slippery
Weiss! I love how I decided this had to be widescreen. I was like, that's a good slip.
It had to be.
Yeah.
It had to be there.
Yeah. She did a big slip, but she also had a bit of an aura damage here, too.
Yeah.
As much as it was kind of funny she slipped. She also took aura damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, see, it happened so fast that you would have missed it, I guess. But because I was trying to get the aura break, I was, like, really slow taking this part, and I was like, this looks like the pneumatic tube again.
Slippery Weiss. Spine damage. She does have spine damage, probably from the tube anyway, so...
Yeah, it's true.
Too bad she wasn't slipping on goop.
T-pose.
I think
it's true. It's true. She's T-posing.
Yeah.
We had 2 of the Schnee siblings do a T-pose in this episode. I think that's a win.
That is a win. I mean, it's sad that she's T-posing whilst being injured, but you know.
I know.
We'll take what we can get.
We'll take what we can get.
I did also, love that the piano went
ka-dong
when she hit into it. We like sound design that is...
Yeah. T-posing, but ballerina-esque.
Yeah, the sound design actually was really, really good in this episode.
Their sound design
it's
always is.
always good, but obviously in horror it's particularly important.
It's so important, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Winter.
Yeah, a little bit late to the party.
Glad to have you anyway.
And then we get this terrifying... It just unlatches its jaw. It's
horrible. Its jaw is just, like, hanging.
Yeah. It does a big roar because, again, Weiss has got the goop. It thinks it's his goop child.
The mods were real fast.
I didn't even see it. That's how fast that was. I don't even know what happened.
It came up and I was like, I'll leave it and see how long it takes.
Bonk.
And they were like, got it.
Yeah, so quick. I literally blinked and it was gone.
BJ.
They had to redeem themselves. Yeah, this was terrifying, but thankfully the Hound realises she's not got the essence that he wants, and he's not wasting his time here. Yeah,
that's what I kind of liked about this. I mean, as deranged as it was with its unhinged jaw, it, like, cracked it back in and then sniffed and was like, no, she's up there.
This is not the goop you were looking for. So, Weiss is spared. And we get this cool shot of the cameras so that Willow can monitor where the Hound is going, and then realises to her horror that, of course, the next obvious goop target is Whitley, because he also has it all over him.
The animators had some fun with the Hound this episode.
I
honestly justified.
They did. It's a cool one to get to animate because there's so much flexibility with its design. You can make it do disjointed things that other Grimms can do because its form is fluid.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little bit of creative license to make it extra creepy and fucked up.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I really love the use of the cameras that Willow had installed for her own protection.
Yeah, we love that little bit of poetry, actually, that obviously she put this in to protect her kids from Jacques, and like if something happened with Jacques, she wanted to have evidence of whatever it was.
Yep.
But it ends up being good to protect her kids in this instance for a completely different reason.
Oh, yeah. I really, really enjoyed this, actually. But as I was saying to you, you know, the way that Willow was reacting was almost... I mean, I'm no psychologist, so any psychologist in the comments can, you know...
Uh-oh. You have activated someone.
But the way that Willow was acting was almost in a, like, PTSD way with regards to, like, if... if there was, like, if she had been in combat before, which I think she might have, if she can conjure, you know, the way that she does, yeah, I think it was kind of like a PTSD reaction. But again,
maybe
I'm no psychologist.
We don't know a lot about her history, but obviously we know that the Schnee semblance is hereditary. We know that from the DC comics that she can summon at least small things.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she did maybe try to be a huntress at some point in time. I'm not sure. But it seems like something maybe in her very early days put her off, understandably.
Yeah, definitely came across as a stress response. Yeah. No, I mean more like when she ran out of the room, when there was like all the explosions and stuff that were going around, and you know, they had mentioned that there was a Grimm. I mean, more around that. But like, yeah, her child was in danger, so she was like, I'm on my way.
Yeah, she did. She said something like, I can't do this again.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so it could be that it's a very direct PTSD to something similar to this that she's gone through.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously there is the sort of fight or flight thing that would also push her to her limits to be able to summon, even if she's not generally been able to much in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did step up to the plate in this one, so she was monitoring and then was like,
yeah, well, that's what I found really interesting about this particular, like, length of a scene, was when she was talking to Weiss, she was like, you can kill this, can't you? Like, you know, we're gonna be safe kind of thing, and Weiss was like, I just need you to tell me, like, where it is, what it's doing, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, right, okay, and then she steeled herself and was like, alright. Like, all of that kind of stress, anxiety, like, just... And then she just went to do her job. And then realised that it was heading for her son, and she was like, fuck!
Yeah.
Shit!
And Weiss obviously wasn't there. Like,
yeah.
Well, she could have been, but she didn't know.
But she was closer.
Yeah, she was closer to helping than Weiss was. So she had to just rely on herself to do something.
Yeah.
And poor little Whitley's like, get the fuck out, I'm busy.
Because she buzzed him like Whitley, and he was like, no, you're the last person I need to talk to right now. I need to focus. And then the door opened, and he had an angry response like his dad.
Yeah.
In that moment, but then...
Yeah. Mum, it's my turn to play Xbox.
Mum said it's my turn to be on the computer.
Yeah. Yeah, and it turns out that it's not someone that he'd really want to be coming into a room with him.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the fear that would go through you, because he has no idea about any of what's going on outside. He
or
just
how
knows
to fight them.
that something's going on outside with Grimm, but he has no idea what it is. He doesn't even know that it was in the building.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna guess that he knows, like, what a Grimm is or looks like.
Yeah.
But probably has never seen one in person.
Yeah.
Ever before in his life. So he was like, oh, there was raptors in the kitchen.
And unfortunately for Whitley, obviously, he's trying to finish what he came here to do. Yep. But it doesn't even matter if he hides, because he has the scent. He got the goop scent.
He has the goop scent.
So the hound talks again, which is really creepy. Like, I know you're in here. The classic,
I'm coming to get you.
Classic horror thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna munch you.
It was so fucking scary. But yeah, the fact that he went to run and then was like, well, I need to do this thing. Slam. And then like, because it just said click.
Yeah.
It's like press any key to continue. He was just like, ah!
Yeah, he didn't have to. He put himself in extra danger to do that, but he did it.
And then
so we are very proud of Wall Whitley in this episode.
Mm-hmm. Willow got a strike in Wii
Oops.
bowling with that Bormagus there.
Yeah. That is a strike.
That's a real strike. It was holding it back as well,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cool because that shows how strong Willow's summon was. That it was that was able to hold back the Hound, and we know how strong the Hound is.
Yeah, only briefly to be fair, but it was enough for
It was
Whitley
enough
to
to get
escape.
Whitley
Like,
out.
if she hadn't done that, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would just throw him around. He doesn't have a strong aura like his sister.
If he even has one at all.
Yeah, because you
You
usually
know.
have to have someone activate it.
Yeah, or you
Um,
activate it yourself, and
Yeah.
as far as we know, he has never done anything like that. So that's pretty stressful.
Yeah, and if he did, it's going to be weak as fuck 'cause he's not a fighter. So it
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
have taken, like, that thing could have killed him so quickly.
Yeah, me too, PJ, though. Like, I don't know why I didn't expect that Willow would be able to summon, but considering that it is hereditary, it does make sense that she did, but I think because we've never actually heard anything about Willow to that sort of extent, we would never know. They never brought it up.
No.
So,
Fell the silence.
why?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the comics. The DC comics that she summons something, but I've never actually read the one that she's
Same.
in. And then obviously Whitley sends it. He like slams his hand back.
He
to
goes
send
and
it.
he's like, ah! And then he books it like
It
a
could
good boy.
Literally be one of the most important things that he does.
I think
his
it
life.
is the most
Yeah.
important thing that he'll do this volume.
Certainly this volume, but like in his entire life, that's probably the most important thing that he's done.
Yeah, the fact that he even had the thought to do this is excellent because, you know, I mean, someone mentioned it earlier that, like, Jacques was basically grooming Whitley to follow in his exact footsteps, which is something that we always assumed, you know, Jacques was doing, but, yeah.
He did also help kill the Hound a little bit later, but in terms of like scale of like what he's
Yeah, like,
done.
yeah, he did help to kill the Hound, that was brilliant, but, like, in terms of long-term help.
Yeah, that could be a major thing for the people. Well, will be a major thing for the people in Mantle.
Wow, that would be so cool if Willow or Whitley, if he chooses to unlock it, would be able to summon the Hound now.
Ooh, bitch.
That would be so
Don't tempt me with that.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But yeah, what a good boy getting this off. That will actually make a big difference because
Huge.
drones are not doing anything if they're just sitting somewhere.
No.
Oh yeah, this is another fun meme. the
you're probably wondering how I got here.
the classic record scratch kind of moment as the Hound chases them down a long ass hallway and definitely would have caught them because it was very much. I mean, it broke through a door that Whitley closed on it and it just kept coming.
Well, I think the problem for them here would have been because it's a long hallway
Yeah.
with no, like, turns. It could just fucking book it right down that hallway, so they would have died.
Why are you running?
They would have died had it not been for
Kadonk.
Kadonk, an ice wall.
Yes. The Hound, like many a dog, was shut out.
This hallway is not as long as it looks on camera, lol. There is some cheating on my part.
I mean, it's very
Do you know
effective.
what, Jesse? Good for you! It looked like a really fucking long hallway, so...
I just can't
Proud of
believe
you.
that they shut the Hound out like a dog that wants in a room.
Yeah.
Just close the door on it and
They
it's
just
just
closed the door on
scratching.
it. And he's like, please let me in.
Yeah.
I just want to munch.
Please.
Please, look at me, I'm so cute. Let me in.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 minutes after letting her out. Yeah. That's the same with Jorah. He insists on being in the room with us if we're in the house.
Yeah. Any room.
Yeah.
He could be really, really comfy, like totally out cold sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll move to like go to the bathroom or to go to bed or, you know, wherever. And he'll be like, oh, we're moving? Oh, I'll come with you. And then he'll just...
He does want to be in the room where it happens, you're right.
Absolutely correct.
Alright, let's jump to the next grab, which I
Maybe
believe
one
is...
time we can get Jessie on and Jessie can talk to us about the
That's
things
true.
that she
That would
worked
be
on.
cool. That would be cool.
I mean, if you're up for it, Jessie. just message us. But if you ever did want to talk through any scenes that you worked on and how you did it,
that would be rad.
we can do a little discussion.
I
Yeah.
did love this shot a lot, actually. It's so nice for Weiss to have had this moment with Willow, because Weiss is such a strong character anyway, but she's obviously had a really not great relationship with her mum or her dad.
Yeah.
But it was nice for her mum to like walk past and just be like, yeah, like, I trust you, babe, you're doing the right thing, like, thank you.
Yeah, she wasn't like, right, we need to go, like,
that
wall's not gonna hold it back forever.
She was genuinely, like, I know you don't really see her face in the shot, but you can tell that, like, she's proud.
Just
of
from
Weiss.
her posture alone and, like, the hands, like...
Yeah. I'm so here for Schnee family redemption, other than Jacques, because he's just terrible.
Jacques can literally, like, I don't know, die in a pit. I don't fucking care.
But everyone else, it's so nice that they've had these moments in this episode, and I feel like, yeah, this was a particularly clutch at the heartstrings kind of moment for Weiss, and really important for her character too, that her mum is, like, proud of her and also knows that she's very capable.
Jacques won the lottery and wasted every bit of it. It's like that Scottish guy that won the lottery and then, like, spent it all in, like, a Rangers pool.
Oh yeah.
He won, like, millions and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this huge house with a pool.
Of money.
Huge waste.
Jeez. Oh, I got a big wide shot of this one because it was just a really cool shot before Blake goes in on, well, another Goopy Grim.
Goopy boy.
Because Ruby's still unconscious, and she's like, well, I'm gonna have to do something here because it's gonna eat Ruby or me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the wides in this episode were really cool, actually. Just the sets, very nice. And then she obviously
trying to talk to. I was like, what the fuck is going on here with Blake? But I forgot that she's leaning
holding
forward.
the blade that's like stabby stab.
Yeah.
And she's
Winter,
blocking it.
no, I didn't talk about Crescent Rose being in the ground like in the intro because I didn't recognise it until the second watch after I was getting the screenshots, but
yeah,
does give me concern.
Can Goop also be forbidden Mount Dew?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it absolutely can. Have you seen that stuff? It's
Yeah.
like radioactive.
Sister-in-law protection. I still thought we were going to get this Blake scream when this scene was happening. I was just like, it's going to happen now, isn't it? This is where it's going to happen.
Every time I was like, oh, this is where it's going to happen. Yeah, no, well, maybe she's going to scream here. No, well,
Yeah.
And then it never happened this episode, so I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's like a bingo now, isn't it? Honestly, to when it might happen.
It's like, Blake scream?
I mean, we totally got clowned on the wide Yang eye shot from the trailer, so
Clowned.
we might get clowned again.
Yeah. Maybe it's her screaming with joy.
I don't think so.
Just trying to make good a bad situation.
Yeah, that might be true. Convinced it's going to come out of nowhere and we won't be able to predict it. Quite possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I also like that this is kind of parallel a little bit to the scene in Volume 6 with the apathy where obviously Ruby was trying to rouse Blake from a state of, oh, she's gonna die.
And Blake was like, it's fine.
I'm fine. Whilst Claw comes to...
Yeah, it's like bringing its huge fingers down. She's like, peace.
Yeah.
I lived a good life.
Yeah.
This is where I die.
Yeah. Honestly, I mood sometimes.
My lid.
You can't get it. Welcome back. You're a fanny. Don't choke on your drink.
I'm good. I was more scared about spitting it out because I was laughing.
The spit take. Please don't. Not with that. It would be so sticky. We don't need more goop in this than we already have.
It's true.
But the parallels are cute. What?
May, no!
What?
Blake screaming because she sees Salem Meg Yang a Grim.
Wow.
Hate that!
That's a big jump.
That's such a visceral reaction for me.
Yeah.
Kelly, you kinda get it. Exciting bit.
Yeah, so this was nice. I mean, obviously Blake was not going to be able to kill this thing herself. It was definitely a two-man job to get this done.
The fact that one of the upcoming wides screenshots is want to munch.
You don't even know. You don't know what it is though. The want to munch screenshot. You don't know what it is. You're gonna have to wait and see what it is. And then we had this horrifying shot of what could have happened to Blake if she hadn't got her shadow clone down in time.
I'm really loving the way that they do the clones.
Yeah, the clone animation is so good now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she's impaled. But thankfully not actually her.
Look, I'm impaled.
Although I actually love that this Grim used her ice form to batter her. It's so brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
And then that was the aura depletion signal.
Not a break.
If you will. Not a break.
Nope.
A depletion.
Are you excited to see what Want to Munch is?
Yeah. Oh lord.
That's Want to Munch.
I hate it.
Oh, he does want to munch though. Yeah. He was like, I'm not gonna just stab you, I don't wanna like eat you.
Yeah.
So that was pretty gross
I hate it.
for Blake, but thankfully
Cat food?
cat food.
Dan!
Thankfully, obviously, RWBY is there on time to assist. I mean, she does have a strong right, but she was also holding its pincers back, like, with her hands to try and stop it, like, clamping down.
But then, please tell me you included it. RWBY's face here.
So
After, like, such a tough episode for her so far,
Yeah.
the fact that she can, like, still smile at Blake and be like, hey, I heard you the whole time, like...
I was just a little bit unconscious and concussed, but I'm here now.
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Would people with cat allergies be allergic to Blake?
That's a good question.
That would mean that I would be allergic to Blake, though.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
No, I think you'd be good. That's a really weird question.
Yeah. Maybe that can be one of the questions asked at the panels instead of the
Please
continuous same questions.
Don't ask that question.
But then it can be like Travis with his cat allergy.
We're getting too much soft RWBY. I'm scared for her. Could be a valid point, to be fair. As we do know that RWBY's probably going to have a breaking point in this volume.
Well, we kind of... Didn't Lindsay kind of talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
About this being like a really tough...
volume for RWBY, and it has been so far, but yeah, I think we've not hit the snap yet, really. So yeah, all these little soft moments that she's having, I feel like, yeah, eventually there's not going to be a soft one.
Florian, you're right, a lot of people are allergic to the saliva of a cat, but I'm allergic to the dander.
Whoa, rip. You're just a big allergy bag, though, to be fair.
I don't even care. I love cats so much that, like, you can't stop me cuddling a cat. If the cat allows me, obviously.
This show has made me stress about fictional lives more than my own.
I mean, true, but, like, what else am I going to stress about right now? If I stress about the pandemic, then I'll just be stressed all the time. So.
That is very valid. It's not like there's actually anything going on, really, in our lives right now.
No.
So all you can do is focus on the fictional things.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Neo will get her moment with RWBY, but also... Well, actually, I'll leave that till the end.
Yeah.
Talk about that at the end, because otherwise I'll never shop about it.
That's true. And then little Houndy breaks through and is like, please let me in.
He goes in and looks at Weiss and goes,
He does, and he looks cute, and it's annoying.
You're not the one I want, and then he leaves.
Yeah, literally. He really wanted it to be Penny. He's just like, actually,
Hello
no.
there.
Yeah. And it was like, nah, actually, I'm not vibing with this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I really hated... What was it, Weiss's scream, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really fucking
because it probably just
terrifying.
went... and
She
was
probably
like,
just threw its head through and she was like, oh my god!
Yeah. Well, she was summoning her knight, preparing for it to break through, but I don't think she expected its head to break through in such a Shining-esque manner.
Yeah.
And then we have this terrifying shot of
There was
Penny.
one I tried to get earlier, but like Penny's eye was going this way, like the green eye was going this way and the red eye was going this way, and it just looked too funny.
Yeah.
For it to be too tragic. So I was like,
But this one is just so disturbing.
Really disturbing. It's because it's wide open as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the difference in like the shapes. It is like that split personality thing.
What did Aaron totally forget about?
what, the hackening maybe? I don't know.
Don't know.
Goop monster going after goop people.
True.
Everyone in this show gets trauma, and then they're just like, yes, more trauma, which is literally the whole thing.
The whole of RWBY is just, oh, you don't want any more trauma? How about this trauma? You know, The Good Place, where Janet's like, I definitely don't have a cactus. I have Eleanor's file, and it's a cactus. That's RWBY with trauma.
Yeah, fuck. That's exactly
I definitely don't have trauma. Alright, give me it. Trauma.
Wow. And then she just bodies.
Fucking dislocates Klein's shoulder.
Yeah.
If you really slow it down there, you can see her pushing it, and his shoulder goes right back, and then he falls back. So,
well, little dislocation for our man.
yeah.
So, yeah, that was rude.
I'm so sad that Klein came back and then just got fucking bodied by a robot. Like,
yeah, Klein did not sign up for this, and he's definitely not on a good enough pay grade for it either.
no. Probably isn't even being paid.
No,
he just wanted to come and help.
Definitely is not being paid.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's what you sign up for, isn't it, with the schnees?
I guess so.
A little bit of robot violence. I'm sure he'll be fine. But I'm glad that Penny wasn't also, like, on a murder rampage. She was just like,
Do you know what I want over this?
What?
The move, I'm gay.
Yeah.
I want that audio.
I'm sure someone has probably already done that.
If someone hasn't, I want it from one of y'all. I know one of you are capable. There's like 280 of you in here. Someone's capable.
Oh yeah, and then she just chill walks down the stairs, going past these traumatized schnees.
The traumatized schnees on the stairs. And they're like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, I'm gonna go open the vault, and I'm gonna self-terminate. And it's like, alright, Tumblr 2008.
Wow, that was a good one.
Thanks, singer.
It was the tone that you used to. I'm gonna self-terminate.
I'm gonna go self-terminate.
Determinate. Yeah, I just love that they don't even know that Penny was doing this, because they all left before she started acting up, so they're just like, what? I thought you were like concussed and out of it and leaking goop. What are you doing? Just walking about.
I'm just laughing that someone said that I had that joke prepared, and I really, really didn't.
No, you didn't. That was a good one.
It was just a zinger straight out.
Yeah, zing zing.
I don't think that Ironwood would have had this prepared. Someone said that somewhere and it's gone.
You don't think he put the self-terminate thing?
Why would he? Because Penny's actually a really great asset if she's on side. So why would he want her to self-terminate?
And he knows that Pietro probably can't make another Penny because Aura, and he'll die or whatever. Senny was one of those Tumblr teens. You're right. She was. Yeah, that's accurate as fuck. It's the only way I found out anything about you was your Tumblr. You were an open book on your Tumblr. You were self-terminate Penny.
From 2008 straight through to 2016. Just with various different blogs.
Oh boy.
Woo!
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Ironwood. Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't want to get rid of Penny because she's too useful and you can't rebuild her. Like, you definitely want her more under his control.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was totally Watt's plan though, because Watts knows, I think, what went into making Penny, and he knows that would fucking hurt Pietro, and he hates Pietro.
Oh yeah, like he knows. I thought you meant like the technical shit that was in her, but yeah, more so he just knows how much Penny means to Pietro. Yeah, it's more than just a science project to him. It's like a family member, a daughter. Yeah. So yeah, he knows that would also help, because he wants to get one up on Pietro, and there's no better way than destroying his precious daughter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's definitely a Watts thing, I think, rather than an Ironwood thing. Mm-hmm. Which is real fucked up.
It's fucked up, bro.
Yeah. Ironwood put in the determinate command codes, and then Watts overwrote it to be self-terminate.
I did wonder why you said to terminate.
Just a little lemonade mouth reference. Yeah. Oh, just thinking of the joke on Twitter that I made about this, and I've ruined it. So we get this very soft moment between two very, very loving people. What's the ship name?
It's the fact that I made this joke when I was getting the screenshots, and then you just went full hog with it.
Yeah.
Made it a Twitter post.
Come on. It's a very popular ship dynamic, is the size difference thing.
Goop and Dolts. I want to die.
Goop and Dolts.
It would be Goop and Bolts, though. Surely. No? Anyway.
We really shouldn't be trying to, give a name to this.
No, definitely not. But the fact that our friends got to, live react to this when it went up on Twitter was so funny. Because that was when I was in the Discord call and Kelly was like, hey.
I'm putting this thing up.
Look what I'm putting on. And I looked and I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, hang on, I need to unplug my headphones so that you can hear everyone reacting to this. And it was so fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Scooby Goopy.
Ew. Please. I wish I hadn't.
Oh, I forgot that.
What?
I forgot that it was for ship names. That's why I was like, Scooby Goopy?
Yeah. And then the relationship ends real quick.
So fast. Yeah. The fastest relationship ending I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's as Penny is slam dunked by the hound.
Slam dunked.
Yeah. And then he just rattles her about for a little bit afterwards.
He does. He just continues to ragdoll her.
And then obviously the rest of the boys come in.
By the way, can we talk about Willow and Whitley in the back there? Can you enhance that?
Why you always gotta enhance these? Enhanced!
But look at them.
It's very cute.
Look at her protecting her boy.
Yeah, no, I actually do appreciate that, the Shnees that remain are actually so protective of each other. It makes me very soft that she's like, I will protect Sun to the bitter end. Mm-hmm. Despite, obviously, all the shit that she's gone through. And the Hound obviously posturing and threatening again to try and get the rest of them to back off.
Yeah.
And then Ruby's like, fuck this shit.
And then she's like, that is quite enough. She takes out her teacher voice.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't think so.
You've had your fun, and now we're done.
Time to end. Yeah. And then she silver eyes this shit, but I managed to get it when it was in black. Yes. And I thought it looked so cool.
Congrats on that one.
Thank you. I was so proud when it stopped, and I was like, hell yeah. Very nice.
And then we get the worst shot of this episode.
But just prior to this, watch Blake's ears.
Yeah.
When she's looking after Penny, because her ears perk before he even makes a sound. And I love that.
You want me to enhance the terror?
Sure. Enhance the boy.
So, for a brief second,
we thought
it was Adam for the shortest time before you can actually properly see the ear details and the eyes. It was the hair and the general face shape. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Well, it was the hair and the general face shape, but I didn't realise that it was ears that he had. It looked like horns.
For a second.
For a brief second. But yeah, something that we didn't notice when we were watching the episode because we were extremely stressed out is that he has silver eyes.
Yeah.
And that's pretty interesting. So obviously Maria was talking about how there aren't that many silver-eyed warriors anymore.
No, because they've kind of been hunted down.
They've been hunted down. But now it's a real question of were they hunted down or were they being collected?
Yeah.
So
this is horrifying, and this is obviously the fruits of Salem's experiment, which is telling that she's obviously if it's an experiment, she's tried this multiple times to eventually be successful.
Yeah. But I wonder if she was trying this experiment on multiple people.
Yeah.
And it only worked on a Silver-Eye Warrior.
Maybe.
And that's why.
But he's also a faunus fox, which I think is really interesting because it's obviously the fox and the hound. It's all little tongue-in-cheek there.
Really tongue-in-cheek, but do appreciate it. Very lovely.
Oh, look, more traumas.
Yay, more trauma. Woo. Yeah, I think I mean, as everyone has always said, no body, no confirmed death. And I know Summer obviously died before all of this. But
never seen that body.
Never saw the body.
No.
And we've never seen any confirmation that she died. So, could be. I saw someone else. Yeah, PJ, I think Cinder is eventually going to turn into something like this.
They 100% have foreshadowed that before, but they really foreshadowed it in this episode. In an upcoming shot, you'll see that, which is the guy's, like, skeletal hand.
Yes.
It cuts right to Cinder's grim hand. So
Yeah.
it's 100% telling you. That's the visuals telling you that's what's
yeah,
happening.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't, like, pretty obvious before, it's very obvious after that. Also, I love that his, like, disfigurement kind of reminds me of the clickers, like the infected from The Last of Us. It sort of reminds me of that, which is makes it worse, you know?
You did kind of talk about this a little bit earlier, but you were like, I'll expand more on the stream. So.
Yeah, it's just grossing me out. It really reminds me of the, like, infection, the way that it makes people in that look. And then his voice also, too, kind of reminded me of that.
I just wonder, like, what happened to his eye, you know? Like, his...
Other
the
eye.
one that's scarred, yeah. Like, was that something that happened prior? Or was that something that happened as a result? You know? Interesting.
Then Ruby's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Ruby's like, oh my fucking god, there's a person in there. I can't kill him.
I also love that she doesn't
killed a person
that you obviously get Ruby's humanity a lot in this moment, because she doesn't say human, she says person, which is much more emotion to it than just saying human.
Yeah.
So it makes her reluctant to do anything here, because it's different killing Grimm than it is killing people.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, she's never actually killed a person before.
No.
She's fought people.
Yeah.
And the only people that have killed a person in, like, the sort of main group is Blake and Yang.
Yeah.
When they killed Adam.
Yeah.
Obviously not including any of the villains, because that's what villains do. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whitley did a murder.
So did Willow.
Woo!
Woo! Anyway.
Oh, White Shot.
Big white shot.
You want to talk us through this one, Sunny?
Sure, yeah. Well, I grabbed this because I kind of like the stances of everybody. So obviously Blake and Weiss had to both carry Penny away to the side, as we sort of discussed earlier. She is a little bit too heavy for just one person to carry her over. But I kind of like that Blake and Weiss are sort of in the background, almost as your sort of defense, if you will.
Yeah.
But also waiting to see, like, what Ruby's gonna do, because Ruby's the leader.
Yeah.
And now they know that there's a person in this, so
There's
they're
a
not, like...
hesitancy as well.
There's a hesitancy to act. Even though they know that this thing could fucking kill them if it, you know, gave it half a chance.
But it's hard to, like, go after something that is talking to you and, like, has a face. It makes it a totally different perspective of
Absolutely
what to do.
Yeah, and then obviously Willow and Whitley took upon themselves to push over, what is it, like a huge statue?
Yeah.
Or a huge armor.
It's the statue. It's the statue that's holding the sword that is similar to Weiss's Armagigas summoning. But they were just like, yeah, we're going to shove this over, which thankfully they did, because it probably saved the rest of them.
What I liked is, I mean, I grabbed a screenshot of this, but obviously there's, like, so many fucking screenshots that you can grab per episode. But it's Whitley that noticed that they could use the armor, and he, like, tapped his mum on the arm, like, you know, we could use this. So
I am kind of sad that the Hound is done, though, if this is truly the end of the Hound. Like, cool way to go out, but I kind of wish we'd had him around for a bit longer.
Yeah, me too. But for what we did see of him, really cool. And I don't actually think it's the end of us seeing Grimm like the Hound.
No, that's the thing. This could be obviously set up for more Grimm like this in the future.
Exactly what May said.
Yeah.
That means something worse is coming.
Yeah, as much as it sucks to lose the Hound, because I thought we'd probably have him for longer, like, yeah, it does mean there's something worse on the horizon.
As someone pointed out, I don't actually know if you saw this, but someone on Twitter pointed out that in the opening, when Salem is like over Oscar, but she's got the Grim wings, there's 6 pairs of eyes behind her. 6 pairs of red eyes. So.
The silver eyes seemingly didn't affect Penny. Does that mean Cinder was originally affected only because she got her main... Cinder was affected by Ruby's silver eyes because she had Grim in her, even at that point in Volume 3.
Well, she'd used the Grim bug thing on the glove to get...
Same arm.
I'm
pretty sure it was the same arm.
It is, because it was this one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was.
So I think the reason that the silver eyes fucked Cinder up pretty bad is because there's Grim in her rather than it was a maiden thing, because Penny doesn't have any Grim going on.
No.
So.
And Cinder was able to like communicate with Kevin,
yeah. Big dragon.
Yeah, she was able to communicate with Kevin when she was in the tower.
Yeah.
So
she was like, "Oh, you big dragon boy.
This is your home now." And then it never fucking left.
And she was like, "Oh, bad dragon."
Yeah.
You're just gonna, okay.
Just gonna skim right over that.
Sure, that's fine. You don't always need to take my bait.
Was the bug glove in her right arm? Either way. There was still Grim in her.
Yeah, you gotta assume there was Grim in Cinder even at that point. Because if Cinder's a long-term experiment for Salem, then she'll have had that Grim in her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Per Ruby. But like,
and then we've
how are we
got
gonna fight these?
Skeletal.
Skeletal hand of the guy as the Grim fades away, and we see that his skeleton is totally malformed.
But it also very much the length of the bones is very much like Cinder's grandma.
I don't know if you got this as the next shot, did you?
I don't know.
We'll see.
But
anyway, whatever the fuck happened to this guy, it changed his bone structure, so that's horrific.
Well, I mean...
I can't imagine how painful that would have been.
That is what hands look like.
Yeah, no, that's his hand.
No, I know, but what I'm meaning is the actual bone structure. The only thing that's missing is the sort of
it's all
carpals
stretched
down
and gross. Yeah, it does. It cuts right to Cinder's hand.
As she's, like, pulling stuff away.
So I think that's them definitely telling us visually that Cinder is on the same path as this guy, and that she'll eventually be like him if she sticks on it.
Yeah.
So that's a yikes for Cinder.
Literally, Bailey, when I was taking screenshots of this episode, when she did this, I was like, that is the strongest top energy I've ever seen in my life. You're so right.
Oh, man. Is Cinder the most powerful top in RWBY then?
Also, Rab, yeah, that's what I was going to go on to talk about, is like, that is what hands look like when you take away, you know, the sort of skin and muscle and everything. Like, if you think about it, the bones just go, like, straight down.
But that's really elongated, even for that.
But that's what hands look like when you take away all of the muscles and stuff. You don't have, like, any bone structure that makes the palm. That's muscle. Your bones just go straight down, but the difference is when it's grimified, the way that Cinder's is, there is no muscle in the hand, it just goes straight down in the gaps.
Yeah.
Gross, I know.
Yeah, maybe we'll see her with bony fingers at some point.
Kelly's like to say he'd be like a man.
We're getting
Gotta love that anatomy and physiology that I needed.
What did you get in biology?
It wasn't biology that I studied, it was anatomy and physiology for my beauty therapy course.
Alright, just dab, why not?
I'm just flexing.
Like a muscle?
Like a muscle.
Oh, it's all
with the origin and insertion. You got it.
Every day's a school day.
Anyway, next one.
Right. And then we have more top energy, I guess, from Cinder.
Yeah.
And Watts is like, fuck you, basically. What are you doing here? And Cinder's like,
yeah.
Well.
Watts was like, I have a question, and Cinder was like, no.
Silence.
You don't get to ask questions. I get to make demands.
Do your Cinder voice again?
No.
No. But you have a good Cinder impression.
I don't care. I'm on camera, it's different.
You've done it on camera before, I think.
It was really stressful. Not doing it again.
I think you remember it so vividly that you can remember the stress.
Yeah.
Because you don't remember, like, anything, so that's impressive.
I don't, apart from things that cause me really bad reactions.
Quick, you need a mask. Yes. Yes.
That's right. Cinderfall said, "Wear your masks, guys."
Yeah, she didn't say socially distance though.
She did not say socially distance.
Yep. So we're gonna have to downvote her for that one.
But she did say wear a mask. So like,
silence bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, considering the fact that she like fucking bodied him onto her shoulders, like she's quite a slender build, but she like fucking. She lifted him up like he weighed nothing at all.
Yeah. Yeah, she's strong. But I mean, Watts is also skinny as fuck. As much as he's tall, he's lanky.
Yeah.
He's a lanky boy.
Really
She must be
lanky
loving
boy.
this though, because Watts has been so horrible to her like this entire
Yeah.
time. So she'll be like, "This is great. He's never relying on me for shit."
Yeah.
Um,
The pop noise I make is me clicking my tongue.
why are you doing that?
I don't know.
But I'm so numb to it, I didn't even notice it until someone pointed it out. Watts probably weighs 20 kilograms.
I mean,
He's lighter than Jorah by like 8 kilograms if he weighs 20.
God. That
Yeah.
just goes to show how much stronger Cinder is than I am, because I can't even lift my dog. And Watts is almost definitely weighs more than 20 kilos.
Yeah, she's a strong bitch.
Yeah, she is a strong bitch.
And
But
these soldiers are like, "Oh, pew pew pew."
these soldiers were like, "Hey, I've got a missile." And Cinder was like, "Anyway, I'm gonna fly away." And they launched the missile straight into the jail cells.
Yep. So if they weren't already collapsed before, they're pretty collapsed now.
Yeah.
Which just is great for Robin
But
and Crow.
obviously the cell right behind Watts was Jock. So, like,
Rip Papa Schnee.
we'll see.
Yeah, she didn't even murder them. She could have probably murdered them, but she was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna fly around you, just a little
Yeah.
flyby."
And then she was just like, "Anyway, peace out."
She's flown about there before. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's had some combat outside there.
Yeah.
That's where the episode ends, isn't it?
That's where, well, it ends with her flying away.
Yeah, and that's it.
Like Team
until
Rocket.
next week. Like Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it was a good 100th episode.
And it was a brilliant...
And obviously now we can probably guess that next week will be the Bomb Squad.
The Biker Boys.
I can't really call them the Biker Boys because they're not on bikes
But they're
anymore.
the Biker Boy Bomb Squad.
The Biker Boy Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the Whale Cult and the Biker Boys. It's gonna be
Yes.
a whole scrimmage.
But as I said on Twitter, because Neo wasn't there with Cinder means that she's probably in the whale, so
Yep. So
Baked Alaska rematch.
yeah, very
Winter.
high likelihood. High likelihood.
Winter, if I'm gonna attempt to lift you, and this is absolutely nothing against how much you weigh, because I have no idea how much you weigh, but I know that my dog weighs 28, 27 kilos maybe, and I can't fucking lift him. I can barely hold him on a lead. I'm definitely not able to pick you up unless I start heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting. So, maybe. But unlikely.
Yeah, the fear for next week is pretty real because we still
Huge.
have 6 episodes. So like, what could possibly happen in 6 episodes? Lots
know.
of things.
Winter, no fasting. I just need to lift heavy weights.
Like, considering how much has happened in other volumes, when there's 6 episodes to go, like, there's so much more that could happen here. So much more.
Yeah.
But I do think that the potential of a Yang Neo rematch is kind of real now,
Yeah.
since we know that she's definitely in the whale.
And I wanted this for so long. Also, no, we didn't really talk about Weiss's new summon. I don't even think I got a screenshot of that.
I don't think you did, and it was so pretty, but then it got smooshed real quick.
Yeah, I want to see it fully. Jesse, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, we better watch it bang on, and as soon as, I mean, we usually watch it like almost as soon as it's out.
I mean, I usually put my phone on mute like literally 5 minutes before it releases. So.
That's terrifying. That's
Yeah.
the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be thinking about that all week.
All week.
Yeah.
All week.
Yeah. I'm hyped though.
When should we get Jesse on to talk about scenes at the end of the volume?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
then it's not so dangerous spoiler talk territory.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because then Jessie might be like working on the next
Well,
volume.
we won't talk about the next volume.
And we'll be like, yeah, so like we have no idea what it's gonna be like, and she'll be like, but I know.
Yeah.
Jessie holds a lot of power, and Jessie knows.
Yeah. I'm super excited though. Like,
yeah,
I'm like so excited for what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now more so. Not that I wasn't, but I feel
Yeah.
like next weekend will come nice and quick.
Ooh. Yeah. Now that we're back into the swing of things, I think it is gonna go by like really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it went by really fast. I thought that hiatus was gonna take so fucking long. Like,
It really flew by.
I blinked and it was over.
And we still have our little box of predictions behind us that I don't think you can see it actually.
Oh yeah, you can. It's right here.
It's blending in though with the background.
Box.
But
Yeah.
we, if you remember rightly, in our first live stream, we put predictions in there for the rest of the volume, and yeah, we have no idea if any of them are right. I can't even remember what I put in.
I think we put Bumblebee Kiss.
I don't think we did. I?
Jessie.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that I put in Penny getting hacked, so I've got that one.
Yeah. I think we also put Atlas Falling.
Ooh.
I know I put Bumblebee Kiss.
Yeah.
So.
How do you remember? You don't remember anything. How do you remember that you did that?
Well, I'm trying to remember the things that I still want to happen that haven't happened.
Yeah. A lot of spooky things.
Lots of spooky things. Yeah.
You're right there, bud.
Yeah, I'm just appreciating Jessie in the chat here. It's appreciate my friends hours. But especially Jessie, because we don't get to talk enough.
Listen, the whole chat is our friends.
It's true.
Actually, so many of the people in the chat, like, I see on a regular basis on our other stuff, so we do appreciate that.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are so engaged and interacting. Oh, also, our reaction is up on Patreon if people are on Patreon
yeah,
and
like,
haven't checked.
Uh-huh.
Because I know
Apparently we were like one of the first to have it up, which was cool.
On the draw.
we were fast off it, so.
Well, to be fair, like, towards the end of last volume, my PC died, but now we have it back and we have a new desk, so everything's pretty smooth over here.
Yeah, now that we have the PC back, and I had already got into the swing of taking the screenshots on my laptop anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just ended up, as soon as it was over, we were like, cool, memory card out, camera off, plug it in, get the screenshots, edit the episode, get it uploaded, here's your screenshots, load them into OBS.
Oh yeah, we were a very well-oiled machine, actually, considering it's been like a month and a bit and we've been in lockdown.
Yeah.
We were pretty quick.
We just went straight back into it.
I don't know if we're gonna do the recap this episode. I don't know how you were feeling. You feeling a bit drained?
A bit trained. Because it's the first one back.
Yeah.
I'm not... it's been a while since I've talked this much.
Yeah, we're both gonna have sore throats tomorrow. I can feel it right now.
Yeah.
We actually don't... Because obviously we're not seeing people at the moment with lockdown.
No.
We don't really talk to people all that much.
No.
So this is the most that we talk. And it actually kills our throats.
Yeah. Like, we work... I mean, we work in here, actually, because we're both working from home during the week. So, like, we will talk to each other during the day, but we don't actually talk lots. Good machine.
That's the
Love
worst
that.
thing I've read today. Actually, that's not true. I've seen some really bad things in the chat today.
Maybe we can. Because we'll have all the screenshots, so maybe we can do both recaps next week. Depends on how stressful next week's is.
That's true. Sounds like it's gonna be fucking stressful.
But yeah, like, the most that I talk to anyone is you during the week.
Yeah.
And even then, like, I mean, we mostly, like, listen to music, and then occasionally we'll be like, hey, did you hear about this? Have a wee chat. And then,
Yes.
but we don't talk like this.
Oh hey, someone likes your sweater that you're kind of concealing with your hair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was a Christmas present from you.
Thank you. Wait, why am I saying thank you? I bought you it.
Pleads the fifth.
We should get the Ren emotional moment next week. Well, we'll definitely get Ren next week. There's no way we're not going to go back to the other people next week. It's just, how much will we get? I'm assuming we're going to get that shot of the bomb from the trailer.
Yeah, well, what they tend to do is from the opening and from any trailers, they try and get rid of that all the first 1 or 2 episodes. And I think... I mean, don't quote me on it, but I think maybe. I think that might happen, so...
Yeah. Oh,
I missed you too.
we also have missed this. Like, we don't get a lot of human interaction with Rona. So...
The most human
Yeah.
interaction I get is being annoyed at my neighbours, so...
Yeah, and we do play D&D every week online with our friends for the most part, which is really good, but it's also really nice to do this, and it gives us a bit of routine, something to look forward to every week. And I'm also pretty sure that you guys must look forward to at least getting the RWBY episode every week at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Sorely needed in this time having no meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna approve that comment, but like my chat on my Mac is just...
Leave it to our mods, bro!
You know,
They're still here, they modding, they're on the draw. You don't
gonna-
need to be the sheriff anymore, you can retire.
Just gonna shut this boy down now that he not working.
Oh yeah, we should probably show Jorah actually.
Oh yeah.
Although you will see a 3D printer box if we show Jorah, because
Yeah.
I got a 3D printer this week because I got my yearly bonus in from work, so
Boris.
I decided to get that.
I'm gonna try and slow move to try and get him to get up.
You're
because
gonna
he's
get
right
Jorah
behind
on
my
camera?
chair.
Yeah, the chaos was pretty high. I think the goop really caused chaos this week.
Laura, oh, you're doing a wee stretch. Okay, come here. Come here.
So Jorah,
Jorah,
oh my god, what is he doing? Can't even see him because of the mic.
come here.
Please tell us your thoughts on chapter 8.
Where's Mummy? Go get her.
He's so... Right, he's gonna have to sit on you, I think, to get
Yeah.
him onto that mic.
Come here.
He's just a dead weight. He literally just let you, like...
Body him up.
Yeah, you bodied him, like Willow bodied the
Yeah.
hound. Oh hey, look, we
Alright.
actually got our own hound.
We have a hound.
And secretly there's a tiny fox faunus in there that's crying for help. You can just tell.
Little angel. Do you want to snuff the mic?
No, he does not want to sniff the mic. We do not need... He's a hound in the fact that he's a dog, I guess.
I mean, he has got a hound-like face.
Yeah.
You know? Jorah, what's your thoughts on goop?
Don't talk to Jorah about goop. He has goop.
What's your thoughts on some goopage? Do you like goopage?
He's like, ooh, goop.
What about doggy goopage?
Wait, I'll get him. Jorah, do you want some doggy goop? Do you want some... Jorah, do you want some grim goop? Do you want some doggy goop?
Do you want some doggy goop?
He wants the goop.
You want that goop so bad.
Look at that. That boy's ready for goop.
Yeah. He's not a wolfhound though. Look at him wagging.
Oh my god.
No, he's not a wolfhound. He's a pointer poodle cross. He's
Yeah.
so cute and I absolutely adore him. You coming back? You coming back?
What were your guys' thoughts on the episode then? Was there particular highlights for you? Or fave moments? Or what the hell do you think's going to happen next time? Jessie, you can't answer it.
Eddie, it was fine.
What was fine?
The episode.
Yeah, it was pretty okay. That was the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. Do you know what? I thought that episode was okay.
I also love that, like, it almost reminds me of the apathy Blake moment again, where she's like, it's fine, with just the chaos of
It's
murder in the
fine.
background.
Yeah.
That's the exact mood. Yeah.
I think Miles did write this one. I
Yeah.
think he had writing credits at the end, so.
Yeah. The tone was pretty bipolar, actually.
No.
And Whitley was a big highlight of this one. For me, I really liked his character last episode that we got, but like this particularly built on that in a really nice way.
Mm-hmm.
I just love my little snow fox son. He's just a bit awkward, but like his snarky commentary and sarcasm are actually quite refreshing.
Hey, Whitley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's a nice balance to the rest of the cast in this episode.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him for like doing like thinking outside the box and using the company's leverage and finances for good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if Jacques knew that the Schneedoes company was about to be activated in this way for no profit whatsoever to rescue a bunch of faunus from Mantle? He would be so mad.
But not even just faunus, just people from Mantle who he does not fucking care about.
That's true. But especially faunus workers, he'd be so mad. Especially if we knew it was his son that was like, I have an idea.
Yeah, like, he would hear about that and be like, that fucking daughter of mine, and then it's like, actually it was Whitley. And
Actually,
be
so
like,
it was Master Whitley. Oh no. Yeah.
So raging.
He would be so, because he thinks he's groomed Whitley so well, and he did groom him, but it wasn't.
He did, but then he got arrested.
But then he got put in jail.
Yeah.
And then his influence wavered, and obviously, like, it's as much as it's a pretty scary situation the Schnees are in, I'm sure that it's still somewhat better to not be under the same toxic atmosphere of, like, waiting for things to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they would rather not be chased around by a murderous Grimhound, but at the same time, it was like, murderous Grimhound, Jacques Schnee. What?
Jacques Schnee would short GameStop. I could pass away now. That is like the best comment. I love that.
It's true though.
It's so true. That's why it's so funny.
Yeah. He would be exactly the kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's in jail and he can't do anything about it.
Oh man.
I love how he was so confident that even when, like, the city was being attacked and stuff, that Whitley will summon the lawyers and he will definitely get me out of jail.
Whitley will get my lawyers and I will not spend another second in this jail.
Yeah.
And there he is, like, a day later.
And Whitley's doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, Whitley's actually helping people.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see Jacques' reaction to finding out that specific information, because he will go crazy.
Oh, he'll be so mad.
Yeah.
So fucking
Although I wonder if they're gonna, because obviously they're a way to evacuate people in Mantle, but there are people in Atlas. I'm gonna guess most of them are in the subway though. Like, there's no kind of evacuation happening there because...
No. Well, where are they gonna put them?
Yeah.
In Mantle?
Atlas
where there's no heating?
It's so bad, actually. Atlas is so remote compared to the other kingdoms. Like,
yeah.
It's basically Argus is the nearest thing, and that's across the water.
Yeah,
like,
it's not even like a quick flight over either. It's
no.
like a couple of hours.
Like, if you're going to evacuate people, you have to evacuate them into the tundra.
Yeah.
And then they die. It's a real bad situation, actually.
It's a terrible situation.
Maybe, like I said, maybe Cordovan's going to show up. She's one of the wild cards I have.
Senny Kelly, you're going to end up having Eddie write this into the next episode now.
Too
Honestly,
late. It's too late.
If Eddie wants to write this into the next episode,
it's too late.
It's up to Eddie.
It's already written. It's sealed.
Yeah.
Sealed and wax sealed over and over again.
Wax sealed.
Yeah.
Animated, voice acted. It's too late.
Yeah. Do you even know how production works? Oh, man.
Give them another week.
I'm just literally, like, now wondering where they're going to evacuate people, so I hadn't actually thought about that.
Yeah.
I guess Argus. They could fly to Argus, because we know that airships can get to Argus, because they've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Credit the two people who couldn't stop saying goop on their live stream.
Listen, we're very professional on the RWBY live streams, if you've not noticed.
Yeah.
So...
I want Eddie to say goop.
No.
Just once.
You can't just impose things on people.
I said I would like. I didn't say I want.
Peer pressure. You can't peer pressure people.
That's not peer pressuring if I just say I would like.
The staff of creation could be used to shake the whale off Atlas. Wouldn't work though, because as soon as they take it out, it would fall.
If you take the staff of creation, could you create a gay baby jail for it?
What? Oh, the whale? Or...
Yeah, for the whale.
I thought you meant, like, could you create a gay baby jail for the staff? I was like, why would you want to put the staff in gay baby jail?
No, I want the whale to be in a gay baby jail.
But if they take it out, Atlas falls. Like, it's floating.
I'm just asking theoretically.
Yes,
could you take it out and make a gay baby jail?
Yes, because it's creation, so it can create things that you want. But right now, it's helping Atlas float. So if you take it out and say, make gay baby jail for Richard, the whale, Then Atlas falls, and Richard's in a jail cell, but that's not really much good when the kingdom's falling.
And then everyone is just dead.
Everyone's just like sliding off the side of Atlas. But at least the whale's in jail.
I don't know. I could say Gay Baby Jill all night. It's up to you. I could say it many, many times.
Yeah, you could. It's also a kind of good phrase to get your tongue around, like goop is.
Gay Baby Jill.
Gay Baby Jill. It's more lip usage, actually. Goop's like deeper in the throat.
Yeah.
Goop is something that I'd find hard to say if I had like a really bad cough because of COVID. I think that would be real.
Goop.
Yeah. I could feel that hurt in my throat. Even though I don't have a
You don't have you don't even have Rona and you're like, oh yeah, that's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
As if you're expecting to get it.
Well, you gotta expect the unexpected. It's not even that unexpected,
What
to
you
be
gonna
fair.
do?
With all the infections and stuff.
Honestly, from the behaviour of people of recent... yeah.
Look, the chat is chaotic, but it's not needing moderated to the same level.
Yeah.
The moderation is for weird things.
Like people inviting Jesus to tell us all to repent.
Yeah.
Because we watch anime, I guess.
Atlas falls but slow. I don't think Atlas would fall slow. I think it would be quite quick. It's pretty big.
I wonder if it depends on how quickly you bring the staff down.
Well,
like if you took the staff out and then like threw it and it just went whoop.
Take it very, very slow and cast Featherfall on Atlas. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, do not make the chat cursed.
No, please don't curse the chat.
And also, you're correct in that Senny is more cursed and chaotic than the whole chat combined, so really you guys can't...
What? Me? Never.
Alright. You
Never.
got anything else to say for this live stream, Senny, or you think we should probably wrap up the
No.
chat?
I think that's as much as we can give.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel my throat die, because we're not used to doing this talking thing for 2 hours almost. Consistently.
Apparently I'm the senator
Of chaos.
of chaos.
Well, go spit some goop everywhere then.
No.
Who do you think is going to be the first one to use the staff and for what?
Honestly, fuck knows. It depends on who actually gets to the staff.
Yeah,
Like,
because currently
if
it's
it's the
locked
good
away.
guys,
Yeah.
don't know. They might not even use it. If it's the bad guys, oh, Eddie.
Oh no. Well,
I got my wish.
You got your
He
moral.
said
You got your moral victory.
I did. Thanks, Eddie.
Ugh.
Love you.
I hate that this has happened again. And now we're just gonna have F's in the chat. But
Do you know, I'm alright with it because it's Eddie.
that's true. This time it's valid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no idea. Probably not Ironwood though.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah. I feel like if the good guys get it, they won't create anything, and if the bad guys get it, I still don't know if they will make anything.
Imagine they just get it. Whoever gets it, it's just like Atlas goes zoom. So instead of going up, it just goes.
It just goes sideways.
Yeah.
The Cinder gets in and just rears.
Yeah.
And then it gets caught in the chains and it just like flips over.
Oh, those chains will come up definitely.
Do you think?
Yeah, the weight of Atlas pulling them.
That's true because
Yeah.
they're only there for show that they're holding up Atlas, so they're probably not actually anchored in.
No, they might be anchored in, but they'll definitely come out of the earth and smack people once they get like unleashed. Like, there's no way that moving Atlas won't just go rip them out of the ground because Atlas is huge. If they do enter the crater, Atlas is safe to fall. Kinda. I mean, if you want to evacuate the civilians, though, who are in the subway network of Atlas, so presumably would die if it fell onto Mantle.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Was like, it's all fine and well if you empty the crater. However, there are still all of those people in the subway, which will be quite close to the base of the crater. I could only imagine. So.
Yeah, if you want to smush them like a sandwich, yeah. You want them to be the meat between Atlas and Mantle, then yeah, you got yourself a bologna sandwich. But if you don't want that, you need to evacuate the subway.
Babe, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying that it would be like a sandwich.
Well, are you from New York?
Maybe. not even been to New York. I can't even
Oh,
try.
that's right. They're not chains. They're the tubes.
Yeah, so they would just wrap out the ground while someone's like slipping in
Hello.
them.
Do you have any idea how handsome you are?
We meant to end this like 5 minutes ago, then we got
We did,
distracted
and then
by
people
the
started asking us questions.
we got distracted by the staff question, which was a good question to be fair.
Very good questions. Thank you for it, but yeah.
Alright. Chat. Shall we bounce? But thank you for joining us for our first of the second half of Volume 8 live streams.
Yeah.
Our reaction to this will be up next weekend on YouTube, and then next weekend.
If you want it right now, you can get it on Patreon. It's here.
And also, you can just follow us on Twitter, because I've posted some pretty cursed things on Twitter this evening. We're actually going to start calling. We're going to start calling it Goop Troop. I actually think it's a great name.
Yay! I'm so glad that we actually have like a name for our fans now.
The
that
Goop
makes me happy.
The Gooper Trooper.
The Goop Troop. Yes, I would definitely say Scream Warning for the reaction.
Oh yeah, and also I like had tears everywhere because my eye just started leaking from anxiety, and also I think there was an eyelash in my eye, so it was a real time I had.
Yeah, Kelly like hard blinked at some point, and I think like forced
an eyelash to go in, and then I was also anxious, so it was just such a bad time.
I paused because Eddie said that he was a proud Gooper Trooper, and I can't. It's gonna be so weird, like, when we can go back to conventions and we actually see Eddie in person, because I have not.
At RTX.
We'll be like, Gooper Trooper, right?
Especially if we're in cosplay, so it's less recognisable. Oh, man.
Oh.
Alright,
So
well I think that's an achievement unlocked, to be honest, so we should definitely end it here, but come join us for our stream next week, which will be for chapter
9.
I nearly said 7, but we're on 8. So
Yeah, this is 8.
7,
so
8, 9.
Chapter 9.
Yep.
Next week.
Whew.
But in the meantime, drink lots of water, stay safe, wear your mask, and wash your hands.
Well, thanks for the advice. Very clear COVID advice, thank you. We all needed that in this chat.
Yes. Well, I hope not, but...
Because the real goop was the COVID that we made along the way.
Wow.
So
deep.
Alright, see you later, chat.
Bye, guys.
Remember facts.